Good morning. I'm about to get hiking. It's like 7:30 a.m. I wanted to get up just a little bit earlier, but there were like swarms of bees around my tent at like 5:30 this morning. Like they were just waking up or something. And I actually thought that maybe their hive was like on the tree I was right next to, but I couldn't see late last night. But thankfully, I went back to sleep. It was a good excuse to go back to sleep. And I can hear them still, but they're like in a different location. So thankfully I didn't have to deal with those. A couple of the bees have come to say hi this morning, but so they're near. But yeah, I got in so late last night. I feel so bad because I got to this campsite and I couldn't find anybody, but I couldn't even find where the campsites were because I'm in the forest, and so it was like pitch black. And I had my headlamp on, but it was still not enough. So I actually got my phone flashlight out, and that barely worked. My iPhone flashlight is better than my very expensive headlamp. So go figure. Oh gosh, mosquitoes everywhere. Anyway, I felt really bad because there's a ton of these like little branches all on the ground all over. And so I was like walking, trying to find flat space, and I'm like making the crunchiest noises. And I realized that there was like a tent, like kind of far back. And so I was like, oh no, because it was like 9:15 p.m. or something. Anyway, I couldn't really find a tent spot, so I just tried to make my own. I had to like clear all of these branches and rocks and everything at like 9:30 at night. It was really great. And I wound up sleeping with a rock underneath me the whole night anyway, so I didn't get much sleep. But I'm very, very proud of myself for doing another 30. I totally psyched myself out after that big climb out of Sierra City just because I was very, very, very uncomfortable and going much slower than any other time lately. And so I just totally psyched myself out as if, sorry, another one just bit me. As if like I wouldn't be able to do it. And although I got in super late and I don't want to do that often, I'm proud of myself because I did it. And today, I don't know, gonna probably do another bigger day. I don't really have a set number because it's 53 miles until the road where my mom's gonna pick me up tomorrow evening. So I just need to do 53 miles between today and tomorrow. So the more I can do today, the less I have to do tomorrow. But I don't think she can even pick me up until like at least 5 or 6 p.m. anyway. So as long as I can leave myself between 20 and 25 for tomorrow, that timing will be perfect. Yeah, gonna get going. My purple shirt smells so bad that I had to give it a break and put my awful/awesome shirt on. Hot dog Sandlot shirt. Yeah. Also, I woke up this morning with this really bad like pain on my back. Like I thought like, oh, maybe I got a bug bite or like it was a zit or something, you know, because sometimes those hurt really bad. And I just tried to take a little video of like just to look at it. And I have this like red mark on my back. I don't really know. I don't know if it's from me laying on a rock last night or what, but it doesn't feel very good. I also starting to get bruising on my hip. See, that's from my hip belt. I actually don't think it's my actual hip belt. I think it's my shorts pinching incorrectly, so that hurts. And another thing, there's like obviously a lot of trees. It's hard to not camp under a tree in this kind of area. Usually like little like bristles or little things will like fall off the tree and onto your tent while you're sleeping. It's not that bad. But this morning, thankfully it was like daylight by this time. Like a huge like pine cone or branch, fell from a tree and hit the top of my tent. And it was so loud, it like startled me. And I was just lying there like, oh, the woods are supposed to be peaceful and quiet, and I think it gives me more anxiety and scares than anything else. There's my pack, and I'm going this way, the way I came. Why is that? Because I forgot my trekking poles leaned up against a tree. I walked away from camp knowing that I forgot something, but I looked around and I thought I covered all the bases. I mean, I think I only went like a quarter of a mile, but still, it's like an extra half mile to my day. My leggies can't handle that. I'm so glad that I remembered now and not like miles down, because I don't know what I would have done. Those things like hold up my tent, so it's not just like, oh, they're good for climbing, like inclines or whatever, or going downhill. Like, they hold up my tent. So that would have been a huge shame if I forgot them and didn't remember for miles and miles. Look at that. Get back here. We've been reunited. We have. They got in a little bit of trouble, but we're moving on. We're gonna have a good day. I'm just like walking, and this sounds really silly, but walking is so easy without a 35 pound pack on. I kind of feel like I could run, and I don't like running, but I feel like running is gonna be like maybe more enjoyable to me now after this experience. I don't know. I'm gonna try when I get home. I'm probably still not gonna like it, but I just feel very light and like I'm slightly floating. I know I didn't do any drugs. Still there too. A bear didn't scoop you off. I don't know if you can, oh gosh, sorry about my hair. But I don't know if you can hear the noise. It's like this like clicking noise of some sort. Those are like these grasshopper things. They make that noise when they fly, and they just love to scare the poop out of me, because they'll be sitting like on the trail and I can't see them. And then as I walk by, they fly right in front of my face, making that noise. Yeah. But they're really pretty, because when they all are like some kind of like bland color, but their wings are usually like orange or yellow, but you only see it when they fly. So it's really pretty. They are really pretty when they fly. But they just keep making that noise, and they fly so sporadically. You wonder if they're like drunk or something. I just got done eating lunch right there, and I'm packing up. I'm getting back on the trail this way, and I see something coming towards me. Oh, here it comes. Oh, couldn't get it. A little bunny rabbit, but was like running straight towards me. But it startled me because like I could see something coming at me. It's just a little bunny rabbit, but it was literally coming towards me. Usually they run away. run away from you. It was coming straight towards me, and then I kind of like jumped back and like yelped, and then it ran off in the other direction. But then it just came back out kind of towards me and then booked a left back into the trees. It's odd behavior. Oh man, it's hot like the desert again. I don't want to like night hike, but I think I'm gonna have to because it's so hot. I'm stopping at every point that there's shade and I'm not getting many miles done. So, but there's like less people out here, so you're actually like alone when you're night hiking, which is creepy, but yeah, it's really warm, really warm. A fan favorite, I am sure. Hey Bart.
Hippie beard.
Steelhead.
Hey Bart.
Steelhead.
You ever have
He's at Blue Lakes.
Oh, yeah.
Blue Lakes got
Bart.
steelhead.
Okay, I gotta go there. It's cold.
Oh,
You
thank
ever have
Thank you.
little something extra?
Yeah.
That
Chucky
shit
likes
creep
some
up
of
on
that
you.
little booty. Yeah. We'll chuck some of this.
So, I'm not going as far as I wanted to tonight. Those guys sit out there with cold beer and fruit and other kinds of drinks for hikers, and so you have to stop with that kind of thing. They were hilarious, so much fun. So I was there about an hour. I wanted to stay. I had 2 beers, of course, a banquet, and then an IPA, Lagunitas. And then one of them was he made me a margarita, but I was like, I can't drink all of that. So he was like, just take a sip, so I did. But my goodness, they were so much fun. And I had a nectarine, and it was incredible. And there was a dog, so basically I could have camped there. But yeah, I have to keep going. About 4.5 more miles to camp. It was gonna be 8 more, but oh well. It's 7:15. May have to do a little bit of night hiking still, but that's okay. Well worth it. All right, so I was telling everybody about my mountain lion story, how I thought maybe there was one by my tent one night, but that's not for sure since I never looked because I was scared. And then about me seeing one napping and then hearing it. And Clover was sitting there and said he was either trying to hitch to Kennedy Meadows North or back, either way, from Sonora Pass. What was that, maybe a week or 2 ago, something like that. And it was at night, so he was like walking the road, but trying to hitch at night, so he was just walking because that late at night, getting a hitch is difficult, especially being like a man, I'm sure. Anyway, he said that there was a cougar stalking him for hours while he was walking that road. He kept looking, and he could see like its eyes were green, but like, you know, from the reflection of his headlamp or something, but green eyes with a large, almost tripped, large silhouette of a, you know, a cat, just like on the ridge above him, always behind him, but just a little bit, walking with him for hours. So they're out there, but they're just really curious, you know. If it was a mountain lion outside of my tent, if, you know, because I don't know, didn't do anything, I yelled very loudly, clapped my hands, and I heard the thing run off. And then when I saw the mountain lion, it didn't care about me. When I heard it, it was for mating purposes. And then, like Clover's incident, it was just following him. Yeah, so it's just like creepy and scary, but they're just curious. So, I mean, that's part of being out here. But what can you do, you know? Okay, so unfortunately, tonight is my first night alone since the whole mountain lion incident. And I was supposed to camp with someone, but the trail magic got me. My mistake. And then someone at Trail Magic said he was going to be at this campsite and he's nowhere to be found, so I'm alone. So you just suck it up. I try to get in before dark, lay down, and of course, a large animal just like walks right through my campground. Scares me, even if it's not logical, and I start yelling at it and clapping just to try to get it away, and it's just, I can just hear it. And I'm just like, oh no, not tonight. So I grab my knife and this, where did it go? I found this very large rock. Yeah, it's in my tent. I used it to put my stakes in, but it's my tent now. So I grab my knife and this rock and my headlamp, and I get out of my tent. And I see this large animal with like green eyes staring at me. And I think it's a deer, but I think it is a deer like a few minutes later. Like at first I legit think it's a mountain lion just because I'm like psyched out and I'm yelling at it and I'm just like facing it because I'm like, I'm alone and I'm scared and slightly emotional and I just want to sleep. And I literally laid down for, I don't even think it was 2 minutes before this animal comes walking through. And I'm like, is this a joke? Because the past couple of nights when I've been near people, like nothing's happened. And then I'm literally alone and then something just has to walk through and I'm just tired and I thought I had earplugs and I don't know where they are. So I really just am feeling like a lot of adrenaline and yeah, I just look like a mad woman and I was just like screaming at it. And I saw somebody camped like kind of way before me and I started walking towards them like with the plan and the intention to like wake them up and be like, hey, can you like move all your stuff and like come camp by me? And then I'm like walking down there like in the pitch dark, like you are just being out of control right now. So I turned back around and walked back to my tent and here I am. So yeah. It's my life. Just hoping to get some sleep tomorrow. Or, see, I'm already exhausted. Sleep tonight so I can have a big day tomorrow.